Hello and welcome back to the Strong with Julie podcast. Excuse me, if you're watching on YouTube, you just saw Gus attack me. Did you want this treat? Is that what it was? Today's episode is going to be about what to do when you're on a fitness journey and you get sick. And this happens all the time. It's inevitable to happen, and it actually happened to me last week. I just was not feeling well. I feel like I did a good job of hiding it on social media, but I just was not feeling my best yesterday. So I wanted to go over some tips, when to know when to not go to the gym, when to try to push through it, and kind of just go over all of that. But a new little weekly segment that I wanted to try out is called the weekly report. I don't know if I'm old or what, all the middle school, high school girls are doing it on TikTok. So you say something you're reading, eating, playing, obsessing, recommending, and treating. I think that's the trend over on TikTok. So that's what report stands for. So I thought it would be fun to just start off the episode a little bit lighthearted and going through those. Today is Tuesday, June 25th. This episode comes out tomorrow, and yesterday I got home from Connecticut, and I'm finally gonna be in Tennessee for at least a month and make it feel a little bit more like home. But number one, reading. Pre and postpartum course reading is what I'm mostly reading right now. It's very extensive. There's lots of science behind it. There's lots of just different information and new information that I'm digesting. So I'm really trying to read through all of the course material slowly and make sure I digest it all. So that's a majority of what I'm reading. I'm also trying to read my Bible every single day, and I tend to do that either in the morning, or Brett and I will read it together at night. We've worked through the book of John. That's what we started with, and then Acts, and now I'm jumping to Genesis, a little bit of the Old Testament, and that's been great. And just digging into the Bible, guys, I swear it has made me so less worried and fearful for my future. I'm such an anxious person, and I've always been anxious, and I've always known and loved God, and I feel like I haven't talked about it that much on Instagram because I'm still in my faith journey, and I don't want to be giving advice about faith and religion when I'm still learning myself. But all I have to say is, going through this journey of really getting closer to the Lord, I've learned that it's important to just be in the Word every day. And I used to listen to so many sermons and all these things, but there's no other way to do it than actually get into the Word. So that's been a game changer for me. And I'm not perfect, I don't read it every single day, but I try to, and I think that's what counts. Also, if you heard that weird grunting, it was Gus. Whoa, Superman over here, how did you do that? You just jumped onto the chair. Okay. Eating. What are we eating, Gus, lately? Lots of blueberries, right? And blackberries, blueberries, blackberries. Brett's mom came to visit, and she brought a bunch of blueberries and blackberries from her garden. So we've been devouring all of those. Another one is kind of niche, cashew butter, okay? But it's a specific cashew butter. I stopped eating peanut butter a little while ago because I read this thing that it could break you out, and I stopped eating it because I was having 4 tablespoons a day and my skin got better. So, I'm not directly correlating to that, but it definitely could be the fact that I stopped eating so much peanut butter. It is this super fancy, I think it's called artisan something, cashew butter from Whole Foods. $18. Okay, $18. I saw someone get it on TikTok, and I was influenced. I was okay, I'm gonna try it because they said it's the best cashew butter. So I was okay, I'm gonna try it once, but hopefully I don't like it, so I don't have to keep repurchasing this expensive cashew butter. I fell in love with it. I fell in love with it. I'm already halfway, and it's only been 5 days. I'm no, because I've been having it on my rice cakes, and then at night on my oat and chia seed pudding situation. I put it on that too. So we're just going through it, flying through it, but it's really delicious. But I don't think you should get it because $18 is actually, it should be illegal to sell nut butter for that much. Okay, so that's eating. Now playing. That could be games that you're playing, I think, or music. So we're gonna do music. Oh my goodness, Gus. Okay, he wants to take over the seat. You wanna sit here? Sit, whatever. Playing, I've been listening to the Ella Langley and Riley Green song, the Excuse Me, It Looks Like You Love Me. Okay, I won't burn your ears off and sing to you, but I am obsessed with that song, and it is so cute. It's so like old school country. I used to not like the talking country, like, you know, when they talk in the beginning and it's kind of like poetic. I used to not like that because I like to sing and belt my heart out, but I kind of love it. And as soon as I heard it, I sent it to Brett and I was like, can we please make a music video for this, just for us? So that might be coming soon, just for us. Okay, obsessing. This chair is from Amazon and it definitely is my obsession. It's linked in my link tree and it's also in my Amazon storefront. It was the easiest thing to put together. It's like deep so I can like put my feet on it. Gus and I can both sit on it at the same time, and it is just fabulous, and it's like cozy and cuddly. Brett really wanted a recliner in our new living room because our couch hasn't gotten here yet, but he wants a recliner anyways. And I am and was so against it because, like, how do you make a recliner look aesthetic? You just can't do it, right, Gus? You just can't make a recliner look aesthetic. So I was like, no, we're not doing it. No, because last apartment that we were living in Clearwater, I was kind of just like, you know what, I don't care about the decorations, let's just get stuff and whatever. But it never really felt like super homey to me, and like I didn't like the way it looked. So I'm trying to step into my interior design era and like actually be thoughtful with it. And that just doesn't include a huge brown recliner in the middle of our apartment living room. So sorry, Brett, but this chair will do. He likes it too. Okay, so that's obsessing. Recommending, okay, this is gonna be a little niche, but unfollowing sprees are one of my favorite things to do. I follow like, I think like 900 or like 1,000 to 2,000 people on Instagram and TikTok, and I don't need to be in don't forget, your diet is not just your workouts and your nutrition. Like, that's not just like your diet regime. Like, it's everything that you're consuming in the day. And content is such a big part of that now. I cannot look, I just don't want to look and see and compare myself and fall into this trap. I just want to make sure that when I'm scrolling, I'm either educating myself, entertaining myself, or I don't know, I guess educating and entertaining is the biggest thing, or like catching up on like loved ones' lives on like Facebook. But it was just too much, too many opinions. Also, I love following other fitness influencers. I'm not a fitness influencer, I'm more of like a coach, but I love following other like coaches or influencers to support them, but it just can get a lot and your creativity can get fuzzy too. So I find like having less of that is actually better for me, better for the content I put out for you guys and everything like that. So if you want to like just go through a little unfollowing spree, or even you could like silence or mute people. I know that sounds awful, like that sounds so sad and bad, but it's like, it can be a lot. And to know exactly what 3,000 people are doing at every second when you go on Instagram and stories, and maybe one's traveling and one's doing this and that, and you're sitting at home working, like it can get into your head. So that's a huge one, and I definitely recommend it, and we could talk more about it later. But unfollowing sprees. Okay, next, treating. So I really want to get my nails done this week, and I want to do the Kylie Jenner mirror nails. If you guys have seen that, I think they're so cute and pretty. The only issue that I'm having is during the move process. You guys know I'm an anxiety nail biter and picker, and like cuticle picker too. The only issue is that I bit all my nails off, so hopefully they can grow back. Sleeping. Hopefully they can grow back and I can get them done this week or next week and find like a new nail salon person in Franklin, Tennessee, but we shall see. So that's my weekly report. Now I want to get into what to do when you're not feeling well and how to deal with being sick on your fitness journey, because this is something that is just going to happen to everyone. Like, there's going to be a day where you have a headache or a cold or a stomach flu or this, COVID, like things happen, and I want you to be mentally prepared with what to do, because a lot of people ask me like, Julia, I'm sick today, even my clients, I'm sick today, what should I do? And my answer is always, what do you think you should do? Because I am not in your body, I don't know what you're feeling, so you have to become aware of those different situations and how to handle them. But I can definitely give you the tools and my thought process of how I go into it, because way back when I was sick, I kind of was in the mindset of I I can't come off track, so I have to push through it. But my mindset has definitely truly shifted a good amount since then. So number one, if you are sick and you are contagious, please avoid the public gym. Just don't go. Okay, if you are contagious, we don't want to see you. Take the break, just relax at home. No one else wants to get sick, so just sit your pretty butt at home. Maybe you do some like band work at home or stretching, but do not come to the gym if you're contagious. That's just obvious. Now, another little tip is number two. If you're sick below the neck, so that's like tummy sick or like diarrhea sick or just like below the neck, okay, like nauseous, that type of stuff, take the rest day. The worst thing is when you are feeling nauseous or like have the runs and you're going to the gym and you're going to the bathroom every second. Like, no, we don't need to see that either. Like, take the rest day, you'll be okay. Research shows that up to 3 weeks of not training is unlikely to negatively impact your muscle mass over the long period and long term. So don't worry about losing progress. Don't worry about, Gus just snoring, look at me, so cute. Don't worry about losing progress. Don't worry about, you know, like all your progress going to waste. Like, it takes a long time to build muscle. It takes a long time to lose muscle. All that matters is that when you feel better, you get back into your routine and you ease into it. So below the neck, time for a rest day. Now, above the neck, like sniffles, cough, headache, things like that, that's where you have to make your own judgment call, and you learn by literally like trying and adjusting as you go. So let's say you took the rest day because you had a headache, but then at the end of the day you're like, dang, you know what, I could have gone to the gym today. I was kind of being lazy. Note to self, when I'm feeling X way, I can go to the gym. Or, you know, next week or next month, hopefully you don't get sick every single week, a few months pass, you get sick again, and you kind of feel that same symptom, maybe it's a little worse, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna go to the gym this time. You go to the gym, you feel awful, you go home, that's more data for your brain of, okay, I felt this way, maybe I should take a rest day. So trial and error is good. It's good, it's how you learn about your body, it's how you learn about how you feel and how to adjust things based on the way your body reacts to it. And everyone's different, so that's why I can't just tell you like, oh, if you have a stuffy nose and you blow your nose once every 3 minutes, you shouldn't go to the gym. Like, there's no style in that, you know? This is all relative, and you really need to feel it out for yourself. And being a coach, if my client is complaining to me about being sick and not feeling well, typically I'll just tell them to take the rest day, and it's totally okay to take the rest day, okay? I want them to have permission from me. Take the rest day, you deserve it, you need it. Your body needs time to rest and heal. And when I explain it to them this way, the guilt kind of goes to the side, because it's super important to understand that our body takes a certain amount of calories to do each function. So it takes calories, it takes energies to do workouts, to even get to the gym, to eat, to get ready, whatever. All of that takes calories and energy. When your body's sick, it's using a lot of those calories to ramp up your immune system and get this sickness out of there. So it's using energy, it's using calories. But if you're overworking yourself, that's why a lot of people like even just get sick and burnt out from overworking yourself. If you're overworking yourself, your body's putting all that energy towards overworking yourself and going to the gym and going on a 4-mile run when you still don't feel good, and you don't have that extra energy to heal yourself. So then people end up getting even more sick and prolonging that. So I don't want to prolong that. I'd rather you take 1 to 3 rest days per se, get better, and then you can't get comfortable, get better, and then go back to the gym once you feel 100%. Another option, let's say, you know, you're trying to make the judgment call, you're not really sure what to do. If going to the gym is a habit you're trying to keep, and that's the biggest thing, like showing up is really hard for you, like doing that first exercise, because it was like that for me in the start of my fitness journey. Like, if I took 1 day off, it turned into like 2, 3, 4 months off the gym, and then I have to go back, you know, and start from square one. So if you want to keep that habit cycle, again, if you're not contagious, you can at least go to the gym, do some walking, stretching, or light cardio, and that's more of a proactive way to decide maybe if I'm too sick to actually lift weights or if I'm good. By just like walking on the treadmill. Like, if you're getting breathless and you don't feel good, you feel woozy, don't go to the weight room. like go home. You'll be okay. Or if you're warming up and you're like, oh, I don't feel half bad actually, it makes me feel a little better moving, because sometimes if we're just sitting down all day we feel worse, then do the workout, do the strength workout. Maybe you don't lift as heavy, but at least you got it done and you're keeping that habit. Okay, so that's that. Your calorie needs bodies to recover. We went over that. 3 weeks of training is not going to negatively impact you, and I'm sure you don't need 3 weeks of that to get over a cold. If you do have apparent loss in size or muscle mass, or you feel like a little like skinny fat after being sick, or just a little soft, it's probably not due to loss of muscle mass. It's most likely due to lack of glycogen, lack of water. So now you're like re-nourishing yourself. You'll be fine, just breathe. But taking the time to rest and actually have a rest day, a set rest day, is really good, because a lot of times people think they're lazy for not going to the gym when they're sick, but think about all the things that you can get done if you like take a break from the gym and lay down and have your laptop, your iPad, or your notepad out, and maybe you do all the things that you're telling me, your coach, that you don't have time to do, like meal planning for the next month, or planning your meal prep, making your grocery list, make a list of new recipes you want to try, make a weight chart on Excel where you can keep track of your progressive overload, make a vision board, create a Notion account and get things organized. I love Notion. Not sponsored. Just a really big fan. I actually just upgraded so they're like top premium because I used all my boxes. Do that unfollow spree that you said you would do. Like there's different things that you can do to be proactive and active in other ways, like mentally active, or you know, the meal prepping is a huge one. Like so much of your progress comes down to your nutrition, and a lot of times we don't have time for that. But if we just pull out a workout and allocate that time to our nutrition, we're more likely to see a lot more results, okay? So that's a big thing. Now, what happens if you do skip the workout? What would I do? I do not try to make up that workout anymore. I do not try to like go backwards in time. If I miss the workout, I miss the workout, and the next day I do the workout scheduled, or, you know, I don't tally on and do 2 workouts in a day. But let's say, per se, you have 3 workouts scheduled in the week and maybe you missed Wednesday, and then Thursday is rest day. That would be fine to move over the workout if you'd like to. But I'm saying if you have a split or a strict schedule where maybe like Monday through Friday you have like a 5-day split and you miss one, don't worry about making it up. Just continue along with your plan and then get a full weekend next week. It's okay. And sometimes when we try to like make up things, we end up doing like 2 workouts in one, or overworking ourselves, or making ourselves more sick. So don't worry about it. Like that's in the past. Now we move forward on your routine. Like just the same thing if you eat a bad meal or you overindulge in some cake or something. That doesn't mean we cut out all our calories the next day. That just means we get back to our normal eating habits so we feel better. The saying of like, let's say a nail is in one tire, would you pop a hole in the rest of the 3 tires? No, you would just, I think that's correlates. Was that a good analogy for that? Maybe not, but that's the point. You guys understand the point that I'm trying to get there. But yeah, in conclusion, let me just go over really quick so you guys have like a little summary of this. If you're sick and contagious, don't go to the gym. If you're sick below the neck, take the rest day. Above the neck, you make the judgment call, and understand there could be trial and error there, but that's the point of life. We like to learn and figure things out as we go and make mistakes. That's the point. So if you get to the gym, you're too sick, you can go home. Or if you don't go to the gym and you realize you could have gone, just mentally note that, and next time you feel that way, know, okay, maybe I'm being more lazy than sick. No need to make up workouts, you know, just skip it and go off to the next one. And don't worry about losing progress, because you know, you're always one workout, one meal away from being back on track. And if you're truly not feeling well, let your body allocate that energy, those calories, to making you feel 100%, because what are we without our health, right? Like our health is such a big, crucial part. I can't sit here and have a podcast and talk to you guys if I didn't have my health, if I didn't have my voice, if my voice was super sore and I was sick, or if I'm like in the hospital or something like that, then I couldn't do that. And I just really appreciate having my health, and I take that seriously. So that's why when clients are telling me that they don't feel good, my first initial response is, please do not be afraid of a rest day. Like, take it. You deserve it. You need it. Your body is craving it. Take it. Rest. even if you're not sick, even if you're just like mentally tired. I think that was a big thing for me yesterday, like after the move and then not yesterday, this weekend, after the move, the baby shower, the flying to Connecticut, flying home, getting the apartment set up, like it was just a lot, and I think I was mentally drained too. So not working out all weekend was a joy, and I needed it, and now I'm back, I'm better, and I'm getting things done. So okay, that was a long-winded episode. I hope that answers your questions. Please let me know any other episodes you guys would like to see from me. And Gus is taking a nap, and I'm actually really happy he's taking a nap because he was a wild firecracker before this. But I love you guys, and I will see you next Wednesday.